Hey!
Hey!
Yo.
Hey!
Hey!
Hey, welcome out to channel14.com's Bodega Nights. I'm Joao.
This is Norm.
I'm Paulo.
And Martin.
I hear an echo. Martin.
Echo.
Martin.
With Martin.
And did you mention Martin?
Yeah, Martin. It's the type of name you have to say, like Martin. Like Martin.
If they're gonna have fun with that theme song, I might as well have more fun with that.
The Jobber Talk theme song.
Yeah, with Martin. And then they say it in the next post. Martin.
Dude, you haven't put anything out since WrestleMania, huh?
Yeah, because I'm waiting on the other shows. I actually have something for Saturday. Remember, original schedule's like every other Saturday.
Yeah, first and foremost, I am so sorry, guys. Totally my bad.
Why?
What happened? What happened?
What was it?
Why?
Easter... no,
the Easter episode.
Not Easter. The week after Easter was final exams, and in my mind, that week doesn't exist. Like that week was a totally dead week for me. So any sort of Channel 14 stuff that should have gone out, that is Radio Norm, that week it didn't go out. So I'm really sorry.
Oh, that's why.
Why?
I knew it. I was like,
I was waiting on it
off.
last week.
Yeah, that was my bad, my horrible bad, and I'm really sorry.
No, my
The
fandom
only
of total of 2 people.
Yeah.
Actual
He already
listenership.
has an audience in Guam of 1.
What? In
Unless
Guam?
that person's too busy for overseas votation right now.
We have,
Okay.
I have a listener in Guam.
Yeah, that's where my coworker's now stationed. The one
Hey.
who listened to it.
Hey,
The one
Hey,
who will not
person.
listen to this episode because I don't want them to know I'm actually having a podcast in this website.
Shout out to you, whoever you are, who's not
Hi,
listening.
person.
so watch like the next Radio Norm, you have Norm saying, and to the listener in Guam, listen to Bodega Nights. Came out on April
Specifically
13.
Specifically in Agana.
In a what?
It's a place in Guam.
It's a specific location where they're located.
Okay.
Yes.
But anyway, if I did do the shout out now, it'll come out maybe 3 months down the line for Radio Norm.
Hey, that's how it works, man. They'll still be there in 6 years. Don't worry.
Or you could have something like right at the beginning, like you could just append it to the beginning of the Radio Norm episode. Shout out to the guy in Guam.
Oh, speaking of Radio Norm, I bet no one has listened to Radio Jobber Talk.
Yeah, I was like listening to it, and I was like, so weird, man.
I told you, just listen to the first 2 minutes. That's all you need to know.
I was listening to it, and I was like, this is how I talk? This is how I sound?
Right,
No
so to
wonder
the
I don't
people
have
so to the people that don't know, that was the April 1st episode of Jobber Talk. You should listen to that. And actually listen to that particular episode, because the episode that came directly after
It's Jobber Talk.
it's like you had an April 1st episode and an April 2nd episode, right? And the April 1st
April
episode
2nd episode is like, that's
just-
already planned, but I saw, wait, there's April 1.
Yeah, but then the April 2 episode was your NXT Dallas Takeover and your WrestleMania predictions. So like what's the word? What's the word that they use in news circles? Stale.
Predictions?
Stale. It's stale.
Oh yeah.
It's stale news. But if you want to go back and see how surprisingly right Martin was about the Intercontinental Championship, then You can listen to that episode.
You mean I woo woo woo? I called it.
Yeah, you totally called it.
You totally woo.
For the first time, a Zack Ryder mark got it right. All is well in the world.
Yeah.
The first time.
And then he lost to The Miz the next night. So, hey, at least I still got it right.
And
not
now,
completely
In your
wrong.
face, IWC experts.
yeah, save it for Jobber Talk. Yeah, yeah.
Let's not burn through all of your Jobber Talk content in one night.
What are you talking about? Let's burn it through because I don't have my mic to record for the next few days.
What do you think of WrestleMania?
Jobber
Zack
Talk.
Ryder won, so this is awesome. That's it. End of story. WrestleMania in one sentence. Ryder wins. I'm happy.
Okay.
Yeah. That Shane McMahon dance looks extremely retarded when done by like a 50-year-old guy, and looks just as retarded when done by a 5-year-old child. But it's so cool.
Indeed. Oh god.
And so what have you guys
So,
been up
yeah.
to? Norm, were you in Sagada?
Yes. I've been climbing up mountains recently. You'll hear about it in an episode of Radio Norm maybe 2 months down the line.
Oh hell yeah! Season 3, baby!
The scheduling is so funny and so weird. It's actually really convenient for me because it takes quite a while to actually write 2 minutes worth of content for Radio Norm. But it takes about 2 months for that episode to come out, so...
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
guys, if anyone is listening to this episode, you guys have to hand it to Norm. I mean, I just tried to make one spoof episode and it's freaking hard. And I don't think I pulled it off well.
Why do you say that?
It was
It
alright.
still sounded awkward. It was alright, but not Radio Norm material alright.
You're not angry enough.
That's a different level.
It's not
No, it's not the
beatnik.
anger. It's not the anger. It's not the anger, man. It's the soul. It's the talent.
There's not
It's the
enough,
creative outlet. Yeah, not enough angst.
not enough angst, not enough beatnik.
Not enough traffic to
Yeah.
get stuck in.
Not enough.
He actually has more listeners than I do.
Oh, hey, at least you have international listeners.
My audience is international by 2.
My audience is Mandaluyong by 50%. That's me, John, and Terror, and maybe a couple of people who also live in Mandaluyong I do not know of. Maybe my grandparents are actually secretly downloading Jobber Talk.
Just to get the numbers a little
Oh.
higher. Gotta support my
Yeah.
grandson.
I've been going on an adventure-ish, going up mountains. Because I have nothing else left to do, so might as well do it. I've been spending less time in front of the computer.
Oh, okay.
But how long did you take? Did you take the direct bus to Sagada, or did you take the go through Baguio route?
They go through Baguio route.
Okay.
Did
I thought I
Did you
heard
stop
that.
over Baguio?
Yeah, we did. Going to and going home. we went through Baguio. It is a particularly dizzying route to go through. I do not suggest it, even with the road sickness, I guess.
Yeah.
Pills.
The anti-Biahilo thing.
Yeah. Still really, really hard to keep it down, man.
By the way,
Was it like one of those like? So it wasn't like the direct bus from Manila that's like a 12-hour bus ride. Like you had to stay in Baguio for overnight or something, or
Oh no! It was just one long. Well, we didn't really take the bus. There was a tour company that we
okay.
booked, and we had enough people to book an entire van, so that was nice. But yeah, the travel time was go straight to Sagada and go through the Baguio route.
Okay.
So we left about 10 p.m.
Got there at like 10 a.m.
Got there at like 10 a.m.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we had like 2 a.m. stopovers.
Beautiful place though. Like Apparently, electricity is fairly new there. Like, running water is fairly new.
Running water is fairly new.
Oh my god.
We still have there are still areas, towns where people actually do just carry the produce and materials down slopes. So there's no other way to actually transport sacks of rice or groceries or first aid kits. So
What they like
don't get hurt.
they like put him on a sled and like let him roll down the hill or whatever.
Not even. They just carry him down because there's like 1,000 steps between what is a road that the cars pass through and the town, which is about 200-300 feet down. There's no other easier route apparently.
So it's just like look to the heavens and wait for the falling sacks of rice.
Kind of, yeah. Well, no, they don't throw the rice, but yeah, there's along the path you see people walking around carrying rice or selling snacks. Weirdly enough, because they expect tourists now. The tourism has been helpful for the area because if they only harvest the rice once a year, apparently. So after that, tourism is their only other source of income.
Okay.
Oh.
The interesting
like,
tidbit.
Yeah. Place is
Officially.
amazing though. Paulo's been
It's
awfully
amazing.
quiet.
Yeah.
I'm just
What's
listening. It sounds like a very, very interesting experience. Please go on, unless you don't have anything more to say.
It sounds
Paulo, are you
sarcastic,
checking out?
Paulo.
No,
Are you
really.
playing
No,
Warframe right now?
I have a feeling you're watching something, pal. What is it?
What is one of your many thousands of screens, Paulo?
I cannot confirm or deny that I am playing Warframe at this very moment. While
The
also
man is
talking to you
making-
guys.
The man is making a follow-up episode of Pigs for Warframe.
I might actually... Actually, I have an idea for something. It's probably... I'm just calling it like Saxel's battle log, and I'm just going to be taking... I'll just be taking recordings of myself doing missions or matches and whatnot. Basically,
Right.
a match per video or something.
Yeah, we'll look forward to the pilot episode for it sometime in the next 3 months
Yeah.
when the backlog comes out.
When I
For
get
everything.
When I
What the
get
hell?
What's
What
going
was
on?
that?
What's going on?
What was what?
Why is Martin so surprised?
I heard something. Brr, 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 you know, digitized.
Yeah.
Like a robot.
that sounds like a robot baby.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of robots.
Relax, it's only Skynet.
Alright.
It's only the
Yeah,
doom of mankind.
He come from the future. I see.
Yeah, but speaking of robots, like I feel there's a rabbit hole that we can be going down right now.
I know. Is there like a new Transformers movie that Michael Bay's gonna bastardize the franchise again?
No,
And that's a
it's-
rabbit hole we're not going down. So
Thank God. Next topic. Next.
Ignore topic.
Ignore topic. Okay.
dude, I've been playing a lot of what's it lately? I've been playing a lot of SNES games lately on
Super NES? Super Nintendo?
yeah, I've been playing a lot of Super Nintendo games emulated.
Which
lately.
ones?
Okay.
Which ones in particular?
The Adventures of Batman and Robin.
Oh, dude, I love playing that
It's
on
an
my
amazing
Game Gear.
game.
I've been
Pretty awesome.
I've been trying
stuff.
to
Pretty awesome stuff.
I've been trying
Which
to
map are
speedrun
you?
it. Wait, what? Huh?
Oh, you finished it. Okay.
Wait, what are we talking about?
The game, Adventures
game,
of
the
Batman and
Batman
Robin.
Yeah. What do you mean? What map?
I thought you were still stuck on one map.
No, dude. I've been trying to
Okay.
speedrun it actually because like I kept on finishing the game when I was younger and like I enjoyed the game so much that it doesn't really matter. So I've been watching like speedrun strategies and stuff, and some of those guys are just insane. But yeah, and that's all I have to say about that.
Okay.
I miss like just throwing the batarang, bat bolo, the smoke thing. The Smoke Bomb, right? Still there? That's only Game Gear exclusive.
But did they have like separate versions on
Game Gear?
the Super Nintendo and the various consoles that were available?
I think
they had Sega Genesis, Sega Game Gear, SNES, and if Game Gear has one, I'm definitely betting Game Boy has one. A quick Google search can help though. Let me be back.
I seem to recall that was the game where in the Genesis version, your primary attack was throwing a wave of batarangs in much the same way as the Contra dudes shoot their guns.
Okay, that's a different game then, because the Super Nintendo version is really punchy.
Ah, okay.
And kicky.
Yeah, it's
weird.
Is it more like the Power Rangers side-scroller game?
No, it's just Batman here. Unless you can control Robin in SNES.
No.
I know it's just Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So, what was the first level in the Genesis version?
For me, the Game Gear version been, God, it was either Riddler
That's level 7.
No, it should be either Mad Hatter.
He wasn't in the Nintendo one.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
So you never went to his map, the how do you call that? Wonderland.
No,
really?
No, I should play that.
Damn. No way.
Back in the day, a different version was a different game.
Okay, Mr. Freeze. That's my first level.
All right, yeah, totally different game. Mr. Freeze wasn't on the SNES one.
Okay, because on my
I feel so
Game
robbed of
Gear,
my childhood.
we never had Man-Bat. We only have Freeze, Scarecrow. Who did I say? Yeah, Mad Hatter, and then Joker.
So deprived.
And or
no
Penguin
Man-Bat.
first. I know. Just 5 levels, and then you can skip it through. Yeah, passwords.
And no Ra's al Ghul. It's not a Batman game without Ra's al Ghul.
Because my version is Genesis version. That's why.
Why have
Harlequin, Joker, Two-Face, Mad Hatter, Mr. Freeze. But I also have a Scarecrow. I remember I had a Scarecrow map.
I barely remember Mad Hatter now.
You barely remember what, Norm?
I barely remember Mad Hatter. Yeah, the villain, Mad Hatter. Like, who is he again?
He's a character based off the character from Alice in Wonderland who invites her for tea time, and he's, that thing.
In the Arkham game.
Here.
Yeah, but is he... I'm getting two different images in my mind, because I remember there was this... Is he literally a crazy old guy with white hair dressed as the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland? It's not even a character that's inspired by the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland, but really twisted in
but he's twisted.
He's a twisted criminal LARPer. He's a twisted criminal LARPer.
Oh,
the Mad
here,
Hatter
I can
is
see
kind
my
of
Game Gear
twisted.
version now. So, yeah, I guess my first stage, Mad Hatter,
Criminal
Mr.
LARPer,
Freeze,
I guess.
Scarecrow, and then Harlequin Joker, which is the last level for my Game Gear version.
Alright. So for the Super Nintendo one, it was
Joker.
Yeah, it was Joker,
Poison
Poison
Ivy,
Ivy, Penguin, Catwoman,
Two-Face.
Two-Face, Scarecrow, Riddler, then the Gauntlet.
Clayface, Man-Bat. Dang.
I never-
Clayface Man-Bat though was part of the Gauntlet. Like the last level of the SNES version was you fought a bunch of the previous bosses. So
Wait. Boss. So
okay,
basically,
levels.
so basically, it ended with a boss rush.
yeah, a boss rush.
Okay.
Nice.
I didn't actually finish the Genesis version, so I wouldn't know.
Okay.
I think I only managed to get to the first 2-3 levels, if only because most of the time, what would happen is that it would be my cousins who would be bringing the game over whenever they come and visit, and we do stuff. I never actually owned it.
Okay.
Is the Batman and Robin game the one with that accompanied the movie with
no.
George Clooney.
No, this
No.
is the animated series.
The one
Batman
based on
and
the
Robin.
animated series.
Alright.
Yeah, the one based off of Bruce Timm and what's his
Because
name? Yeah.
alright,
Anyway.
because that's the one I played from Sega Genesis.
Oh gosh, I played that Batman and Robin in the PS1. It's like Batman and Robin GTA, but a horrible version of GTA.
Actually,
Well,
I
It's
preferred
not.
Well,
the one with Joker, with Riddler and Two Face.
Oh, Batman
Val
Forever.
Kilmer.
Wait, Batman
Actually, I
Forever?
like.
Yeah.
No, there was
Yeah,
a
that's
Batman
just
Forever game in on the
Yeah, there is.
on
Yes.
the Super Nintendo, and
It
it
was-
was a Mortal Kombat reskin, more or less.
Whoa, I
Wait.
wanted a. I
Without
wanted
what?
the
to
fatalities.
play that.
Why?
wait, what? What? I
It's a
thought
Mortal
that
Kombat reskin without fatalities. It's
I-
basically
I thought that was the version that was basically a one-player arcade brawler.
Yeah, but then it was based on the Mortal Kombat engine, so you know,
I remember a version that was more akin to like the X-Men arcade game.
oh no. It was just like a sort of typical side scroller. At least this is one on the Super Nintendo, and it was based on Mortal Kombat, right? So, you know, you have them doing that funny Mortal Kombat pose where they're sort of slightly bouncing up and down and have their arms flailing in front of them just a little bit.
If I'm correct, that was also the version of the game where you basically had to like do combos in order to do certain attacks or actions needed to get to certain places.
Sort of. I mean, like to use items, you had to pretty much like make a Hadouken.
That-
so-
that is
I
complicated.
so hope that that none of the important stuff requires you to do a Shoryuken motion.
Over you can.
That zigzag is frustrating.
Yeah, dude. Like, how do you? I've never figured out how to do that on a with
On
a
a D-
D-pad.
I haven't even figured out how to do it with an analog stick.
It's a lot easier to do on an analog stick. It's sort of a
Well, I think it's in order of from most difficult to easiest. It's basically D-pad, then analog stick, then fight stick.
Oh.
You got
Yeah.
your whole hand guiding the motion with the fight stick.
yeah.
I say. I
Wait,
hear
did you say?
dog
Did you
is.
say? Yeah, who's dog? That's Norm. That's coming from Norm. My best.
Sorry,
guess.
guys. Neighborhood dogs.
It's okay.
There's at least
Dog,
6
yeah,
dogs on
yeah.
my street.
It's
No,
a
yeah,
bad
it's
one.
hard to record Radio Norm.
It's
It
a-
would
They're crew
be,
now. They're crew.
Why does it only take 2 minutes for Radio Norm? Because 2 minutes is the only time I have for silence.
Yes.
Because the recording is like 45 minutes long, but like all of it is just Norm cutting out the dogs. Like,
Yeah. Woof,
It actually
woof,
makes
woof.
more sense than it should. It actually makes more sense, but I had to cut out a significant large amount of the sentences and phrases into one word per paragraph,
Oh.
well.
and try to come up with poetry for it.
Well.
yeah, there's I'm sure there's like a paragraph out there that includes all of the sounds in the English language, and like if you have
Okay.
somebody read out this entire paragraph, you can cut together like any sentence you want.
Uh-huh.
And I haven't been able to find out what that paragraph is, because I'd love to have all of us just read them out, or just read it out, and then
Cut
we
it out.
can we can just cut it up and
Make a if somebody's out of commission for no apparent reason, we'll make you talk.
say like you say whatever you want, whatever we want you to say.
Yeah, why not? Let's find it out. Read this
I've been
card,
looking.
mister. My name is Ethan Hunt. Read this card.
That totally wasn't creepy, Martin.
That was
Okay. I'm sorry.
And
Hey, are we gonna talk about Batman versus Superman?
I haven't watched it
I
yet.
haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I haven't watched
Sorry,
it yet.
guess-
Will.
Well, it's nothing to talk about. Don't worry.
I wouldn't.
We can talk about John Cena more though.
The thing is, like, I wouldn't suggest that you guys watch Dawn of Justice because we don't want to encourage. Because we don't want to encourage the direction that DC is going in, or that Warner Brothers are going in. Warner Brothers is going in, right? Yeah, we don't want to encourage the direction that Warner Brothers is going in with the
Batman versus
Justice
Superman.
League franchise. Like there isn't a shred of like hope. There isn't a shred of lightness in the two movies that they have out so far. So, I'm not a big fan of Superman being dark and gritty and Superman for me has always been about hope. Yeah.
Okay.
Not about
Not grimdark.
aliens.
Not aliens and grimdark.
Yeah. It's if you look at Gotham City and Metropolis, right? Like the cities that Batman and Superman are from, and not taking into consideration the movies, but the comic book versions of Metropolis and Gotham City. You look at Gotham City and you see that it's all like it's like a hellhole, right? And you look at Metropolis and it's sort of that the shiny city of tomorrow, the sort of thing that the sort of city that you had in Fallout before Fallout happened. Like that's Metropolis. This bright, shining, very optimistic place.
Right before Fallout.
Yeah. Right, because you look at Fallout and you look at the
50s,
the city must have
optimism.
been- yeah,
future.
that was what Superman was all about. This optimism that one could never attain, but because it's Superman, it's attainable. Something like that. Even though he isn't attainable because he's not human, but it doesn't matter. Details.
Minor. Doesn't really need any deep reading into.
That's just starting to
Suspension of disbelief.
that's just starting to like make me think about like the bits of symbolism that was like happening in the early parts of Injustice, Gods Amongst Us.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean?
In the world where Superman became dictator of the world, Metropolis got blown up.
Yeah.
And Lois Lane died because Superman thought she was not Lois Lane.
He thought that she was Doomsday.
Don't say it.
Dagnabbit.
Why? But what I did like about that movie was...
I thought we weren't going to talk about it.
Oh yeah, we're not going to talk about it.
Note how I wasn't talking about the movie, but rather talking about the characters. Not as they exist in the movie, but how they exist in my own little headcanon.
Remember, we're not trying to encourage any directions here, man.
Not even one direction.
What?
No.
Lost.
What?
Yeah,
But I am looking
though.
forward to the Suicide Squad movie. The trailer seems fun. DC seems to be doubling down on the fun. There are supposedly
also
more
doubling down on the D's.
action scenes that they
Action
ordered.
scenes.
Action scenes that they ordered to be reshot because apparently feedback from Batman vs Superman is there's not enough action. So, well,
Really?
I'm looking forward to it. Maybe it
Me
is
too.
the right direction. I just wanna tell fans, because people are expecting a lot from the hype of Joker, and just want to remind people it's Suicide Squad. if anything, it's a story about Harley Quinn and her friends, and not about Joker and Batman.
Yeah,
So
it's mostly Will Smith. I'm fine with that. He's kind of cool in my books.
Yeah, I'm just kind of worried that the trailers are riding on a lot of the suicides, riding a lot on Jared Leto's performance as Joker.
Yeah, to be honest, if there's something that I'm looking forward to in this entire like Warner Brothers DC shared universe thing, it's Batman. It's Ben Affleck and Jared Leto.
Oh yeah,
going at it in a solo Batman film.
Full on crazy.
Yeah, because what's it? Ben Affleck apparently already has a script for a solo Batman movie that he wrote with Jeff Johns. So
it's Jeff Johns,
right? It's Jeff Johns and it's Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
They're both
from Argo.
really good.
Hey, let's not forget he also had a part in Argo, so that's gonna be some good stuff, I hope.
Yeah, dude. The thing is, when Ben Affleck was first announced as Batman, I was very optimistic about it because Ben Affleck is an awesome actor. I mean, I've been a fan of his since the work of Kevin Smith, like since he was in
Clerks.
All of those, yeah. Since he was in all of those old Kevin
Clerks,
Smith movies. I don't think he
Chasing
was in
Amy,
Clerks
yeah.
though. But then when he started, so I know that he can act. Then you have Argo. You have his work as a writer. It's just really good. and so when he was announced as Batman, I was like, he's gonna be a pretty good Batman. And I'm pretty sure that this deal comes with him being able to write and direct a Batman movie. And I'd really like to see a Ben Affleck Batman movie written and directed by Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
Starring Ben Affleck.
Directed by
his chin.
Wasn't it already
produced by Ben Affleck. He's pulling a definite Tommy Wiseau on that one. I approve. But man, I'm glad you were like optimistic because I might be in the majority when I say before when I heard the announcement. I guess I was still like drinking the Christian Bale Kool-Aid of Batman. When I heard Ben Affleck was Batman, I'm like, really? Who's gonna be Robin? Matt Damon?
Oh, let's not say the entirety of Christian Bale's Batman was bad.
I mean, like what Martin was saying was Christian Bale's Batman was good. I don't think it was.
I was drinking
great,
the Christian Bale
but,
Kool-Aid. It's better than Clooney. Come on, let's admit that, or Kilmer. And those are the Batmans I grew up with. I didn't reach Batman Returns much.
I love Clooney and Kilmer. Shut up.
The only thing...
Chris O'Donnell and Alicia Silverstone.
Yeah, I grew up seeing them as Robin and Batgirl without bat nipples. Because it was only Robin and Batman who had that armor.
Yeah.
What?
I actually prefer Alfred from those movies.
Yeah, the Alfred there was cool. Though I like the Alfred in the Bale movie too, but he's too... I don't know, he was too... something.
I'm too old for this. Alfred?
No. That Alfred was in the Schumacher Batman. He was kind of homey.
Yeah, he was literally too old for it.
Yes, that's what made it awesome.
I had to
And a
inject
good
him
plot device.
with glowing blue dextrose to keep him alive
Yes.
at the end of the movie.
Because, he also suffered that same fate as Mr. Freeze's wife.
Spoilers!
Spoilers to a movie that was done 19 years ago, yes.
To anybody below 18.
It's really been that long already?
Yep,
We're that
it's
old.
really been that long.
Oh my god. Really feel the age coming.
In my days, I loved that movie not because of the plot, because of the Smashing Pumpkins music.
We didn't have city-specific accuracy. We just needed hundreds of floors worth of Gothic cathedrals for Batman to jump off of.
But god damn it, I love that song by R. Kelly. Gotham City!
Oh yeah, that was
from R. Kelly?
Yeah, dude,
Yeah, Batman
that was,
and Robin. Gotham
that
City.
was,
man.
that was them trying to recreate the magic of Seal's Kiss from a Rose on the Batman Forever soundtrack.
Yeah, it was catchy. If Gotham City was a real city, that would have been a good theme song. But it wasn't. So, I'm sorry.
Or
was
Jim
a good
Carrey as the
song.
Riddler. Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face.
He was pretty okay.
You know those movies, right? Batman Forever and Batman and Robin do not hold up, like very obviously. But have any of you guys seen the Tim Burton Batmans recently?
No.
Tim Burton Batman.
Which ones?
The
Michael
Michael
Batman
Keaton Batman, right?
Yeah.
Love that.
Have
They
you
always
guys-
show that.
I only saw Batman Returns, and it was kinda...
Michelle Pfeiffer.
It was too violent for me when I was a kid when I was watching that. Only thing I can remember was Penguin biting off someone in the nose and then the guy has a nosebleed. And I was having a nosebleed when I was watching that. So, yikes.
All I remember is
Oswald Cobblepot.
all I remember was
Yeah.
all I remember was the funeral the Penguins gave him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was...
Do those films hold up? Because I haven't seen them in quite some time.
I haven't
Dude.
seen them in quite some time.
For me, it holds up like so much. It's still so good after all this time. At least the Batman Returns one with Michelle Pfeiffer and Christopher Walken was great.
Oh yeah.
Because I remember watching the what was it? I remember watching one of the scenes of Jack Nicholson as the Joker in the first Batman movie quite recently and thinking that this looks really stupid.
Which
So I
one?
was
The
wondering-
first Batman
Yeah, the first Batman,
with Jack Nicholson.
the scene-
It's understandable with the gigantic, long six-shooter Magnum type thing that takes down Batman's plane.
Yeah,
It gets really silly.
He was hamming it up to the nth degree, right? I'm not sure if that particular movie holds up, but I don't know. I should watch it again.
It's 10 boxes of Christmas ham worth of ham from Jack Nicholson. He played it as best as he understood the character at the time, because when did we really start to delve into the Joker's insanity? Just recently, right? Only just before Heath Ledger's,
at least on
Joker.
at least on screen, right?
At least on screen.
I guess the only point of reference at the time was what's his name, Cesar Romero,
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever that guy's name is.
Oh.
The Joker with the mustache, because he wouldn't shave it off.
From before then it was Batman
Adam
the
West.
60s, the Adam West Batman, and if you see Jack Nicholson's Joker, it's significantly darker from the Joker from that time. So I guess that's
Of course.
that's the Heath Ledger jump in Jack Nicholson's era.
Although to be
Then
fair,
they
I
went
really
darker.
do like the Adam West Batman has a very special place in my heart because
Too.
Bow.
because
Ow.
because as a kid you love it, right? You're like, wow, look at all the pretty colors and all of the biffs and the booms and the whatever.
And the POWs.
Yeah, and then when you get
house.
older, you suddenly realize that that they weren't trying to make a serious TV show. They were being very tongue in cheek about the whole Batman thing as early as 1966. So if you look at it from that lens, all of a sudden it becomes a lot more palatable to an adult audience. And for that reason, it has a very special place in my heart. Because, to be honest, I really love campy, unabashedly campy superhero things. So, Batman the Brave and the Bold, some of the most amazing Batman I've ever seen. And a lot of people will disagree with me on that.
I have yet to watch that though. Is it good?
Oh, gee, Willikers, Joao.
Aquaman had this had a catchphrase there. I should like
Look it up.
yeah. So I'm like fantastic.
Aquaman saying fantastic.
Yeah, it was really good for what it was. And they brought in a whole lot of people from the DC universe, so that was something that
a lot of obscure guys.
Yeah, dude, they brought in Batmite for the last episode.
Yeah.
Was he bearable?
No.
Yeah, dude,
He's
he was
never bearable. Even
really cool
even
in that
the,
show, man.
Yeah,
He's
but
as
you love
bearable
the
as
Batman.
He is as bearable as Batmite could ever be. I don't know how
Okay, I'm
bearable
gonna
that
watch it
is.
then. Because my experience with Batman and Robin animated series, the Adam West part, he was so annoying.
He was pretty good in The Brave and the Bold, because him being annoying served a purpose. Because he was a Batman fanboy.
Ooh.
So it's sort of supposed to, I don't know if this is what they intended for it, but it made me look at myself and my fandom of comic books and like, am I like that? You know? Like that's how they used Batmite. So that was pretty cool.
Now we are going to walk around thinking I have a little bit of Batmite in me. Great.
Yes.
I found a
And
way
I
to hate
heard,
myself a little bit more.
I heard Adam West was a guest star there one episode.
Yes, he was.
How was he?
Did
He
he
was pretty
voice?
good.
Who did he voice?
He
Thomas
voiced
Wayne?
a robot, I think. Or was it Thomas
okay.
Wayne? I can't remember. But I do distinctly remember Adam West being on there and being like, oh, that's Adam West. It's really cool. So, yeah.
Adam West.
That is, but then that isn't to discount Batman the Animated Series, though. Because Batman the Animated Series is the single best portrayal of Batman ever, I think. Outside of the comic books. And a close second is The Brave and the Bold in my book. Well, no, not a close second. A fairly distant second. If they're running a 100-meter race, maybe 3 or 4 seconds behind the person that's in front.
Alright. Yeah, I really need to watch Brave and the Bold then. I haven't.
It's really good. If for nothing else but the camp.
It gets a
speaking
Joao
of-
seal of approval.
Yeah.
This is a fairly
Hey.
heavily Batman episode of Bodega Nights.
Holy smokes, Batman.
Batman, na 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 na.
Hey, Black Betty, batarang. Hey.
Batarang.
Pow, thwack, smack.
Ow.
Do
Pow.
You were saying something, Martin? Oh no, Martin wasn't saying anything. He was punching me in the face, as it turns out.
Kick. Wait, did they actually give the kick sound as kick?
What?
I don't know. I haven't
Yeah.
seen an episode of Batman, and I haven't seen an episode of Batman from the '60s since.
Yeah, but
I was
they
like
do.
6 or something, 7.
Yeah,
I see.
the more obvious ones are the you call them onomatopoeias, right? They're spelled the way they sound. So the pows and the
Yeah.
bangs. I guess you have. I don't know. I can imagine it saying punch and kick, but it doesn't really make sense to evolve
No,
from
no,
punch and kick to pow.
I
and bang.
I know that the punches were not called punch. I was just wondering if the kicks were called kick at any point.
Well, to any of you listeners out there who are actually well versed in 1960s campy Batman series, more than Joao, who have seen it recently, please let us know in the comments or tweet us at channel14.com. No, that's not actually our Twitter.
What?
Email us,
Actually-
bodeganights at channel14.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can also comment on your favorite episode, like my favorite episode in the Campy Batman was like the episode when the terrific trio had their flutes and they were leading the flock of mice out of Gotham City with their flutes. If anyone could remember that episode, you are awesome.
If you ever
That's
want
the
to...
only...
Sorry, go ahead.
Because if you do, that's the only part of the episode I remember. I have no idea why there was a lot of mechanical rats in Gotham City.
So if you listeners out there, if you ever actually want to listen to us talk about anything aside from Batman, take a listen to Third World Linux. It's an amazing show. There's Jobber Talk for all you wrestling fans out there. It's being headlined by Martin. Of course, there's Radio Norm. If you're into weird, sort of pseudo-fiction, experimental, short-form podcasts.
Poetry.
That's one of it. The only one of its kind. And,
there's a YouTube channel. Paulo does stuff on YouTube every now and then. And Miko recently started doing Minecraft Monday again.
He's
because
back. Miko's back.
Yeah,
He's
his
back.
intro. His new intro is pretty cool. A little bit long, but pretty cool.
Alright, so we have the reboot of Third World Gaming as Paulo playing indie games and Miko Minecraft Mondays. Stay tuned for more Channel 14.
It sounded like such a DJ thing.
And now for our advertisers.
So this episode of Bodega Nights is brought to you by our patrons on Patreon.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks
for supporting
everyone.
us.
Thanks every one of you for.
Oh yeah. We never actually do ask people to. If you're not already subscribed to our Patreon and you wanna help us unsuck ourselves, and we ended up that.